Hey there, Careblazer. Welcome back. I wanted to take some time in this video to talk about something that you may be doing, that a lot of us do, that causes a lot of distress. It causes a lot of pain and suffering for us. And I especially want to talk about it now because the holidays are a difficult time for a lot of people, especially dementia caregivers. It can seem like every commercial and TV show is filled with wonderful families coming together and gathering for wonderful meals and exchanging gifts and hanging out by the Christmas tree. And it can just feel so hard when your reality in life looks so different. While people are decorating cookies and singing Christmas carols, you could be trying to clean up another bathroom mess that your loved one left, or trying to prevent your loved one from wandering and leaving the house in the middle of the night, right? There's such a disconnect there. And this time of year can be especially hard because it feels like you're all alone, that you're one of the only people who doesn't have this wonderful picture perfect family or situation. And it's hard. I want to let you know you're not alone. A lot of people feel this way, but I especially want to talk about something that you might be doing that's creating a lot of pain, and I want to encourage you to try to stop. And I'm going to go over a way that you can help stop yourself from doing this, and I put together a little gift for you at the end. You can download it, and I hope it will be helpful. So the idea here is that we create a lot of distress when we compare how things used to be to how things are now. I think this happens a lot, and especially this time of year. Are you comparing previous holidays to the way things are now? Right? Like maybe in the past you used to go over to your mom's house for a wonderful Thanksgiving and all the family came and it was really nice. And now your mom can barely even eat her own food without you helping her, and she's living in your house, and the house feels like such a mess because all of your time is spent working or taking care of her that you haven't had time to clean up, let alone try to even think about hosting a Thanksgiving dinner yourself and having people over. It could just feel like so different. And so you're thinking about how things were and how much you wish they were like that the current present reality is painful. Some of you might be remembering past holidays with your loved one and realizing that your loved one's no longer even home anymore, that your loved one's at an assisted living facility or a nursing home. So later on in the day, you're actually going to be getting in the car and traveling to a nursing home to see your loved one. And that feels in itself so different and an emotional pain. So what I want to invite you to do, and there's a lot of research behind this, as simple as it is, there's a lot of research behind this can actually foster positive mood in yourself. And if anybody needs it, it's Careblazers who are struggling right during the holiday season. So what I want you to do is I want you to practice being grateful for the opportunity to have those memories, being grateful for those past experiences that you had, but also accepting your current reality. When we try to resist our current reality, we get a lot of emotional pain because we can't resist our reality. It's our reality. So when those memories cross your mind and you might feel that initial tinge of pain, I want you to take a moment to be grateful. I'm so glad I had those memories. I'm so glad we had those experiences. I miss them, but I realize this is a different chapter in life right now. It's that simple, but it's much better than sitting in the pain and sitting in the frustration or sadness of just wishing things were different than they were. So In addition to practicing the gratitude of having had that experience, the other thing that can be really helpful to move through some of the discomfort and pain is just practicing being in the present moment. We kind of call it mindfulness in the psychology world, and there's a lot of research behind this as well. And I did come across a quote recently that was really helpful, and it's a great reminder. I try to remind myself of this just throughout my daily activities, regardless of what I'm doing. And the quote is, "Wherever you are, be there." How many times during the day, Careblazer, is your mind somewhere else? Your body is physically somewhere and your mind is somewhere else. I'm guessing a whole bunch of the time, right? So being present in the moment, it's simple, but it takes some practice and it takes some effort, because most of us, our brains are so used to not being wherever we are. Our minds are not used to being present in the moment. And a lot of times when we're not present in the moment, our minds are focused somewhere in the past or in the future. That's either creating a lot of pain and sadness or creating a lot of worry and anxiety, right? A lot of times when we're focused on the past, we tend to become sad and depressed and disappointed, because we can't change that. We can't go back to that past. And a lot of times when we're focused on the future, we tend to become worried and anxious because we don't have any control over what's actually going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. So it's this idea of being present in the moment and being fully mindful of whatever it is that you're doing. So the big takeaway here that I'm going to try to encourage you to minimize is catching yourself when you are comparing whatever situation you're in to how things used to be in the past and wishing it was like that. I want you to come back to the present moment and practice this technique of being mindful in the moment. It basically involves using as many of your senses as possible to be in the moment. I put together a couple audio scripts of me recording some practical exercises you can do during the day to give you the idea of what it means to be mindful and to practice mindfulness. But to give you the basic gist now, it's basically so in the moment right now, I'm talking to this camera. I can feel the desk underneath my hands. I can feel the seat underneath me. I can see myself on the camera. I can feel like my voice in my throat. I can feel the temperature in the room. And I'm just fully present in this moment, rather than doing this recording and thinking, oh my gosh, do I look okay? What are they going to think about this? Is this a worthwhile video? I only have a couple more minutes before I need to go and meet somebody. Then I'm no longer in the moment. When you are truly present in the moment and practicing mindfulness, it is really hard to feel emotional pain because you're just totally immersed in what you're doing. So I really want to encourage you to download my freebie for you to take you through some of these practical, mindful exercises for you to try. So what do you say, Careblazer? Are you willing to give this a try? Are you willing to try to stop comparing how things were to how they are now? I really want you to challenge you to get this down. I want to challenge you to practice this idea of being grateful for what has happened in the past, but accepting your current reality and practicing just being present in the moment to try to relieve a lot of the emotional pain you're experiencing, especially this time of year. So let's do a quick recap. Comparing how things were to how they are now with your loved one can create a lot of distress. Catch yourself when you do this. Be grateful for the experiences and memories you have of the past and bring yourself back to the present moment. Practice being in the present moment. No matter how many times you get distracted and think about the past, calmly bring yourself back to the present moment. Careblazers, our minds are so used to being focused on other things and thinking about the past that you absolutely will get distracted, and that's okay. Just very gently and calmly bring yourself back to the present moment. And to help you with this simple idea, I've recorded some audio exercises for you. Record them. I've recorded them. You can download them below at the link, and I hope it helps you be more in the present moment and avoid a lot of the pain that you might be experiencing now. That's it, Careblazer. I'm thinking of you all, especially this time of year. I hope that whatever it is that you're doing, you find some peace and comfort in how you spend this holiday season. If you feel like you could use just a little extra help, some extra support, I did put together a program for caregiver stress and managing difficult behaviors, kind of a introduction program to kind of help you through and get the basics, the foundation, in terms of helping you start to feel better, helping you start to be able to manage those difficult emotions, helping you start to manage some of those difficult dementia behaviors. If you're interested in checking that out, there's a link below this video. You can click and it'll take you so you can learn more information. I will be back with another video next week, Careblazer. Okay? Until then, bye.